Greetings and salutations, Charlton66 here again with another video. I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's been a while since I did a video, and I am responding to folks on my last 3 videos. I know I'm behind doing that. It's just, when I sit down to do it, it just takes, I need to use the computer because I can't really do it on my phone. And sometimes the computer's being used. So, and again, when I make my responses, as you know, I just don't do a generic response. I do read every comment and do respond accordingly to the comments. And, you know, I just don't want to be a generic type of response. I want to engage and talk to people and all that kind of good stuff. Again, I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a busy couple of weeks, even though I've not really done a lot per se, but as far as comic book wise, I've been wanting to make this video for a while since I got this book, one of my bigger books in my collection that I bought. I talked about that here in a second. Again, I got some other little stuff here and there, but again, the prices on these books, I got the new price guide, and let me try to get it here off the shorter shelf. And you know, I read it cover to cover. Of course, not individual prices, but any type of market reports, values of books, and what's going on with the hobby. And I'm going through this, and I can't believe some of the prices. You know, again, kind of piggyback on my little rant I did about speculators. It's not really speculation. It's just what people are paying for older books. I mean, the guide is what it is. It's a guide. But the prices people are paying, forget the guide on what people are paying. It's just, you know, it's just people I don't know where they're getting the money. And again, you're paying 5 to 6 digits for a comic book. Is in the realm. When I first started collecting, you went by the guide. I mean, the guide said it was $5 and the comic book was worth $5, but that's no longer the case. And I wonder when that happened. When that cut off. I know it's been years. It's not like this is a new thing. I'm just discovering this, and on the top of what these people are paying for prices. But you get, you know, there's a dealer in there that during an auction, someone paid $27,000 for a page from Action Comics #1. Again, it was an auction, but how do you price a page? It's not the original art. Obviously, I mean, it'd be a lot more than that, but it's just a page of Superman throwing the car from Action 1, and it's $27,000. It's just a page. I don't know. It's crazy. I remember, I mean, when I was a kid, the prices, you know, when I first started collecting in the early, mid 70s, 76, 77 time frame, where I knew I'm going to collect comic books, where I'm going to save these comic books and make a collection and follow the numbering and the characters. Then I remember seeing Iron Man #1 for $25, and that was a fair price. It wasn't anything astronomical, but I thought, wow, $25, I can buy other comic books for that. But you know, it wasn't an astronomical amount. And this was 77, 78. You look on the inflation calculator, I looked it up, I can't remember, it was like $100 or something like that. It's not crazy. But you look at comic book prices now, their comic books are completely just in the stratosphere as far as prices go. It's just crazy. It's just something I want to comment on. I know ETA Nick and there are the other folks out there that really study the prices and influx of the market and what's going on with it, and the ups and the downs and all that kind of good stuff. And they know more about it than I do. I don't collect for value of my collection. I've talked about that before. I'll pay money for books, but they're for my collection. I'm not looking to resell them, slab them, clean and press, and try to make more money. I don't do any of that. I'll trade. I have no problem trading comic books. To get books that I want more for someone else who wants another book, and we'll make trades. I have no problem trading. But it's got to be, you know, stuff that I want for the collection and making my collection grow, not monetarily, but making it so I can fill my Charlton books, which is this big book I'm getting ready to talk about now. So I'm going to switch gears into about a month ago, I was at a show, and this is the book I'm going to show here in a second. It's a big book, so I'm trying to get that anticipation. Anyone who follows me on Instagram already knows what it is, so it's no big secret, but I want to kind of tell a little story behind it. So this dealer I deal with, Damian Hill, phenomenal guy. He is one of the go-to dealers in this area. People in this area go to the local shows, even Baltimore. Mention Damian, they know who he is. They know he's a good guy. They know he gets good deals. He has eclectic tastes, which fall in line with what I like. And there's books that he gets that you're gonna want. So I'm going through his Golden Age box about a month ago, and there's a book that should not have been in there. It should have been specially put on the wall. It's a wall book, as they call them, a wall book. So I saw it, and I'm like, Damien, you should not have this in here. And I gave him the book, and I was like, wow, I've never seen one in such good shape. I've only seen one before, and it was pretty tattered, and I wasn't going to pay the price for it, but I really wanted it. It's a classic cover. It's a classic Charlton. It's one of the top Charlton books, in my opinion, for me anyway, and ask anyone else about this book, they'll say the same thing. It's a sought-after book. And I was like, wow. Of course, it was nowhere I could afford it at that time. I wouldn't plan to spend that kind of money on a book like that, even though I wanted it. It was a fair market price. Again, we're back to the prices. It was way beyond guide, but it was a fair market price. One sold between the time I got this book and when I saw it, one sold for almost $2,700 on one of the online auctions. So it's just the way it goes. You can't fight it. It's fair market price. That's what it's going to be. Anyway, long story short, saw the book. I've been thinking about it. I went home, talked to my wife, told her about the book. I was like, man, I really want this book. So I was thinking about maybe I'll do a trade. I have my Werewolf by Night 8.5. I'll trade that. But he already had Werewolf by Night 32s. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do a trade of books that he was willing to do the trade. But and some cash included for this book. But I'm not going to do that to him. I think he was doing me a favor. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't ask. I asked him if I insulted him with the trade offer. He's like, no, absolutely not. I just had 3 other copies, so I'm not going to do that to him. So I said, no, I'm not going to do the trade. I was going to buy the book straight out. So I texted him, if that book's still available, I could get it, buy it straight out. And he said it was available. So 2 Sundays ago, this Sunday, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before, last Sunday, I purchased a book, and here it is in all its glory. I was able to get this. Again, anyone who follows me on Instagram knows what book this is, already have seen it. Strange Suspense Stories number 19. Classic Ditko cover. Classic Charlton book. It's up there with Space Adventures 12. Is it 12? And it's right up there with 12, number 12 of Wreck-It Squad in action. But yeah, so I was able to get this from him. Very happy. Again, I didn't go to Baltimore. There's no Baltimore Con, and this whole virtual Comic Con stuff. I'm sorry, it's not flying for me. I don't care about it. It pisses me off more than anything because we're kind of like dangling things in front of your face, and here's how can you have a virtual con? Oh, you're going through a virtual comic book box, buying a virtual comic book, and virtually paying for a comic book, virtually talking to dealers, virtually talking to people. No, so this whole virtual stuff, I'm not for it. I'm sorry. I support Baltimore Comic Con. I'll I'm there. I'm always will be there. I've been there since they started, but this virtual stuff, not going to do it. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, since I didn't go to Baltimore, between the hotel room stay, what I would spend, other books I would buy, this was a no-brainer to pick this up. So my wife said, since we're not going to Baltimore, go on and get the book. So with her blessing, I was able. Oh, that's a good shot right there of it. There we go. Tracy Spence Stories 19, phenomenal book. Read it, enjoyed it. Classic stuff here. But it's a welcome addition to my collection. Very happy to have it. That's that. How long have I been on here? 11 minutes. Okay. Also, a couple other things I picked up. And I'll talk about AOK real quick as well. Not real quick, but part of this video being AOK. I picked up Justice League 135 with the Earth S characters, the Fawcett characters. That's marked everything off my list now with all the JLA books with either the JSA in it or the Fawcett characters in it. I have them all now in my collection. And I got U.S. Air Force 33, which was great. I sat down to read this. There's like 5 stories in this, 4 or 5. Every story except for one by Sam Glanzman, which is awesome. See, with Charlton's, you never know what you're going to get, man. I mean, got this awesome war comic book, paid a few bucks for it, took it home, sat down to read it, and Sam Glanzman all through the whole book. That's awesome. And again, there's nothing about it really. He's not in the price guide. I don't know why the price guide skipped U.S. Air Force Comics. I can't find it in there. But again, Sam Glanzman's phenomenal. His USS Stevens stories are exceptional. Anyone who follows war comic books or Sam Glanzman knows he served on the Stevens, and he did stories. Backup features, I think, in GI Combat. I think that's where they're at. But you can get a collected version, which I did a video on that. It's a nice hardback of all the Stevens stories. Of course, he did a sailor story with his time in the Navy during World War II. But that was a nice treat. I was able to read that and was able to be very, very excited about having that book in my collection because of those awesome Sam Glanzman stories. And my friend Mike, Nighttiger Comics, which is on YouTube and Instagram, Nighttiger Comics, did me a awesome AOK, which was considered a lost Charlton book. He did a little write-up on the back. Like I said in my Instagram post, I don't want to steal his thunder. So if you go to his YouTube channel, Nighttiger Comics, he does an extensive research and talks about this particular book. Called Triple Threat, One Shot, 1945. It says Holyoke inside, but pressed in Derby, Connecticut. So there's a connection to Charlton. He explains what that is in his video. Again, it was an awesome book. He sent me a text message saying he had something awesome for me, and this is it. It's such a great title. I love that it's not a very like this exciting font, but it fits the book. The triple threat in the red and the yellow with the black border just looks really good. I love the Duke of Darkness. Such a great. Where is he at? Right there. The Duke of Darkness. Check him out on his horse. So that was pretty cool. Thanks, Mike. I do appreciate it. Follow Mike on Instagram and on YouTube. Has phenomenal stuff. Big Golden Age guy. Has a lot of stuff to talk about and offer. And and he's got a lot of good knowledge on Golden Age material. That's it. That's all that I got. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment if you did. I'll get back to you. I promise. I know I'm behind on my comments, like I said at the beginning of the video, but I will be there, respond to them. And again, like I said, I don't give generic comments. I want to talk about and engage everybody. So the engagement is what I like doing on YouTube and on Instagram. That's what motivates me, is the engagement, not really trying to post my comic books, look what I got, that type of thing. But I do love sharing what I have so we can discuss it, and what other people have. I love discussing it, and the engagement, again, like I said, is what I like. So one quick thing note before I go, speculators have already hit in the Charlton area, collecting. If you have Fighting 540, of course, is the first appearance of Peacemaker. They announced him going to be in a movie. John Cena's playing Peacemaker, and everyone wants an arm and a leg for the book. So if you've got, again, no one cared about it, no one gave a rat's ass about the book, but the minute it's announced as a movie and John Cena's playing him, everyone cares, and they love the Peacemaker. So go figure. But if you've got Fighting 540 in your collection, just sitting there, pull it out, keep it. Don't let the speculators get a hold of it. Have yourself a little gem of a Charlton and a cool character to boot. So, alright, you guys, take care. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Again, on Instagram, Charlton6670. Let me know if you got anything on your mind about comic books, and that engagement is what I enjoy. So send me a note, a line, or whatever, and again, comment on this video. I'll definitely get back to you guys. All right, take care and enjoy your day.